sorry that I can't keep it together. Maybe it's the trauma, or maybe it's the drugs. I can't seem to control my fucking temper. But the problem lies in not being enough. I lost my sense of humor in the battle for my mind. Now I'll slip away with one last puff this time. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Forgive me for the outburst with your neighbors. My actions don't reflect what's in my soul. I never found the right way to relate or take in and display a better role. The chemicals that shape me are buried deep this time. My family's already given up, it's fine. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, the only time with no regrets, letting myself die. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my life. The substance suicide, the only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Is letting myself die.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence on this 20 October 2025 in the year of our shutdown dumpster fire. Damn, it's already October 20th. Monday edition. US Army WTF Bubba's WTF Nation Radio, broadcasting 5x5. It looks like we're all live on all the channels. I think we're getting throttled on one of them for our memes.
Yeah.
Bunch of wimp asses. Anyways, my host, Ken, your host, Massey, Steve host, little brother Massey in the gunner seat. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh, not much, man. Not much. Been a week. Been a week.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
About to say, been a week. Hey,
Yeah.
so
I was exhausted after the protests on Saturday.
I was about to say, we'll kick it into that high gear. I hope you guys enjoyed the show prior to this. This was the King and Me. I'm gonna tell you what, and I was just telling Massey this while we were doing setup, watching the show finish up, and I'm like, damn, dude, I get distracted sometimes watching King and Michelle talking, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do my show. I gotta set up for our show. I gotta. That's a good show, man. If you watch that stuff, that's like good, clean, and wholesome, like Eddie Murphy says. It's you hear me, but I hear you, but don't see you. Let me refresh. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, it looks like. Wait, which one? Which channel? Oh man,
Facebook.
That was Zuck. Did we get Zuck already?
Already? Jesus.
Serious, Jesus Christ. Oh no, it looks like we're. Yeah, that was I was to say we're just gonna play it. I mean, it looks like we're playing on all that stuff, but yeah, it looks like let me see. Yeah, it looks like we're good on them other joints. Let's see. Yeah, it's just weirdly weird. Everyone's, I'll be honest with you, man. I just wish sometimes we could. What did you hear about? I guess some servers went down and stuff like that. That some servers went down this morning. The interwebs went down, and so I'm kind of like, okay, King Me, okay, freak me out. You had to refresh. All right, gotcha. All right, man, don't do that again to me, brother. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, so speaking of which, so did you enjoy your, watching the footage of all the, or supposed footage or purported footage of the protests that happened over the weekend?
Yeah, I haven't followed anything.
Oh, you haven't followed anything? Oh, okay.
No. I mean, a little bit. I mean, I saw on social media the pictures, posts, and things like that. But I didn't actively read any stories or anything about it over the weekend. No.
Right. Okay. Was there anything around? I mean, because driving around.
It had a pretty big protest. I think.
Yeah. How about I'll be honest with you. For the I think there was two types of protests. There was for the TV, for the cameras. It's kind of like, hey man, don't be doing shit, don't be whatever. And there are some individuals that a couple of people that have acted out and all that. But I don't think did we see anything for the night shift for the guys that were around the ICE facilities and stuff like that? I don't think I saw.
Dude, there are no arrests or anything that weren't MAGA dudes that I'm aware of over
That's
the
what I'm
weekend.
saying. I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see. I mean, hey, whatever. I got a lot of shit. I got some shit because somebody was talking about some stuff and I said, "Ooh, that's insurrection-y." And someone's like, "Oh, now you think that freedom of speech is insurrection?" I go, "No, dude. I'm actually parroting the stuff because when we used to talk about today's the day during January 6th, and immediately all these accounts started going after other accounts that were saying today, like almost like there was a coordinated effort for some sort of seditious behavior that everyone was being called a seditionist and insurrectionist. So I was playing off of that, although by it being a while back.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean, I knew some people that went to a few of the protests,
right,
and stuff, all over. So yeah, that's it. But I mean, the fact that it went off and no massive casualties or rioting happened is a good thing, I would say.
Yeah, I didn't really see any. I saw protesting, but I didn't see really any drama between counter protests aside from, like I said, a few string errors here and there, and others that decided to do the Charlie Kirk. They just, I guess there's a salute now. They call it the Charlie Kirk salute, where they point at their neck or whatever. Another one was and again, a lot of the videos and stuff that I've been seeing. I'm just going to recommend this for all you guys that shit talk iPhones and stuff like that, and you want to brag about how you have Samsungs. Fucking shoot better video then. I want to see good quality. I don't want to see this live leak, blurry ass AI looking video that could be that requires me to do some research. And oh my God, dude. The one thing that I did notice about it was a lot of old white people doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I mean, there was I think somebody said, I saw somebody on social media post, this is, when you make a comment, this is whiter than a Dave Matthews concert. And now you could say, this is whiter than this is whiter than a fucking, No Kings protest, because it's all you saw was old people. That's all the footage and everything that I saw, old people.
Yeah.
Old geriatrics. And you're like, I just,
I think it's because a lot of them are the only people that can fucking afford to go.
they got travel shit, like, yeah, they got retirement money and stuff like that. I was really, no, that's, you know what? Everyone was like, brag, talking shit now. I'm going to, record vertical, but do it with good quality. I mean, I get videos and stuff from the kids, even my youngest, he has an iPad that he uses for some of his schoolwork. And then I let him have the camera, and that little dude can record stuff, and they're like, show movies and pretend that he's playing Star Wars ships or something like that. But Lord, if y'all got them Samsungs, use the quality. Contact, or actually go on Samsung's website for whatever Galaxy or whatever phone you got and say, I want to record good shit, or I want high quality stuff. And so D says old people are more likely able to take time off. I think I'll be honest with you, old people, I am part of the card carrying. Well, pretty soon I'll be the senior citizen category, even though I don't look it. I will be I'll be of that category where I could collect Social Security and all that stuff. People don't believe me when I say how old I am. But I think somebody offered them some hometown buffet vouchers or some fucking some Cracker Barrel coupons, free chow. That's how you bribe old people. Brunch and breakfast and coffee. That's how you get old people
but that's also
sanity.
fairly interesting, though, if you think about it, though, because I mean, these are people that have seen some shit. They've been around for a while. I mean, and they're showing up to do this stuff. To me, that has almost more meaning than a bunch of young, pissed off kids showing up for this.
I'm glad you brought that up, because not only did we see a lot of old people, but it also begs the question. Hey, I know a lot of fucking kids, what they call them now, Zoomers, the youngest ones right now. Mm-hmm. For all you fucking shit talking out there, you sure didn't show up. What's up with that? How come you had Mima and Opa show up more than you?
Yeah. But I mean, that to me, though, they coming up through a time when those, motherfuckers, lived through the Vietnam protests and all this other shit, to be showing up and doing stuff. I mean, that they believe in a cause and not just, again, they're going and doing as opposed to just Facebook posting and bitching. So I respect that,
Yeah, that's respectful. Yeah, you could say that. But again, they all needed to take off at 1 p.m. They had to pee. Well, that was kind of funny. There was a video that I did see. Oh, yeah, people gathering over here, blah, blah. And then they show about an hour or so later. All right, looks like the crowd's about ready to disperse. And I'm thinking, that was quick. And of course there were some media outlets and some, I think, foreign agitators. I really think that a lot of our enemies and adversaries take advantage of these stuff to post their own propaganda and use old videos of stuff. I saw I saw this one YouTube page, and it just looked like it was trying to say there was current, but again, that fuzzy ass live leak looking. I mean, come on, man, we're in 2025, and you can't freaking. I'm 51 and I pee all the time. I'm older than that, brother, and I pee all the time too. But that's probably because I drink a lot of water and coffee, and so not when I go to sleep though. I just piss the bed or whatever. Depends on what I'm drinking. Especially if I'm drinking especially if I'm drinking with Massey. But again, I'm just saying the olds actually had a pretty good turnout as opposed to the screamers and the screechers. I didn't really see much out west. I didn't see much anything on in California or Nevada or Arizona. I didn't see that much protesting there. Mostly I saw it from the East Coast, the Midwest, the South. I didn't really see anything that was I'm trying to just think from what time? I mean, what time frame of each time zone that you'd see the protest? Because like I said, I didn't really see much. I didn't, and of course the news outlets, even Fox, CNN, OAN, Newsmax, and of course they're all trying to capitalize on the gotchas. Always trying to record the gotchas on each agenda. Yeah. But I'm just kind of thinking that, maybe, I don't know. It just didn't. I didn't really see anything impactful. I mean, I didn't see that was like we always break balls before, and we always get hate mail for it. I mean, I got up and I had some fascist coffee, made some fascist breakfast, and went out and had some fascist chicken wings and watched my fascist Raiders lose and all that. And I didn't really, I didn't really have any. There's not really anything to like. Yeah, it was a protest. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about the First Amendment. Everyone. Oh man, people jumped on me when I said the insurrection-y part. because now you can't say anything with any side trying to cancel you out on a lot of shit.
Mhm. Yeah. Crazy though. Crazy time. There was, from my understanding though, there was bigger turnouts at this time than for the last one. So I don't know if that's, at least here in the States. I mean, they've had protests overseas on our behalf, which I don't quite understand, people protesting some of our shit over other countries, but cool.
You know,
But,
you bring what do you do in England? You can't have a no kings rally when you got a fucking king.
Right.
What about Saudi Arabia? You can't really fucking protest in Saudi Arabia. Well, wait, never mind. They'll chop your fucking head off if you shit talk the king.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just kind of curious about that. Just
But my personal opinion on it, I feel like that it's all pointed at Trump a lot because he's like the figurehead, right? But really, they're anti-MAGA protests. If you really boil down to what they are, it's people that don't fucking like MAGA. They're tired of the shit, and that's what they're protesting essentially. And Trump being the figurehead, it turns into no kings because he's the golden god of the MAGA movement, right? But essentially, conceptually, that's what they're protesting, right? Is the at least the rhetoric that's spit out by MAGA, which they deem to be fascist and whatever else.
Well,
that's my opinion.
Well, I know we talked about this before, and we got attacked in the comments by MAGA people. When we said that MAGA is the cult, that's the fucking the heavy fucking you have those fringers that are out. It's kind of hard to believe that the left had old people and a few blue hairs as opposed to there were silver hairs, but it's kind of funny when you think about that the No Kings rally had more old people, more. I guess they had the old people on the left side.
Yeah.
Even though if you wanted to say left or not, but yeah, dude, that cult shit, man. Holy crap. That was It's the Pussy Parade Part 2. Yeah, the Pussy Hats when we were clowning the women's parade. And they got mad because we were clowning them because we were calling them the walking snatch because they were wearing pussy hats on their head. Mm-hmm. And there were some anatomically correct vaginas that were being displayed at that rally. That had more Women's March, I think it's what it's called. What was I can't remember. That was, but the Fringe, man. I'm about to say, dude, the Fringe. I'm just surprised that the Fringe really didn't go full all out on the violence. I'm just okay.
It's because they didn't see it as a threat. That would be the only reason. If they considered it a true threat, they'd be fucking rolling out in combat gear and shit.
Which
oh man. What's that?
No, I just go ahead. I didn't mean to.
I just said we're in fucking weird times, dude. It's weird times.
No, it is. Yeah, no. I mean, again, to go back to I don't want to roll out the MAGA. I'll roll them up again. That one time we were talking shit about the MAGA hats and also the shit, and motherfuckers got pissed off, and someone was
speaking of pussy hats.
Yeah, speaking of pussy hats. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, holy crap, man! It's like, what the hell? Why are you guys getting mad at? We're literally saying there's some people that legit, and I'll be honest with you. I think the MAGA crowd took it on. It evolved on its own, and like you were saying, I think it's because Trump's just a figurehead, and I think the MAGA movement just kind of exploded on its own and created its own fucking cult leaders within the MAGA movement. And then there were some members of the Republican Party that decided to say, fuck it, I'm not a traditional Republican anymore. I'm going to go over to the MAGA side and rile them up and be their thought leader.
Right.
In
which the MAGA movement was a direct response to the fringe left getting louder and louder and louder and louder on social media.
Right.
And the MAGA was like, well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they got fucking guns and fucking Budweiser. So their shit's a lot more threatening than fucking, tears and fucking flags.
I just think that it's funny that the sensitivity when they all talk shit about who's more sensitive. I think both sides are just like hair trigger sensitive. Like for instance, I'm probably gonna get hate mail, or I'm surprised we don't have anybody jumping in the fucking X right now, in the chats saying that you guys are fucked up. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, bro, good point, Brittany. Some Christians dance with snakes and some don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, me and Massey went hard on the paint on those on the snake charmers, and holy crap! No pun intended. I didn't think we would get that much drama about talking about that back in the day.
Dude, I get shielded from so much. I don't hear about any of the shit you get from me running my mouth on this fucking show.
I was just gonna start sending you. Well, I was gonna start sending you fucking DMs and the hate fucking because and I do kind of shield you because I enjoy the unbridled commentary that we have.
I do, and it wouldn't stop you. I enjoy that. I feed off the hate.
I just was saying, well, again, I'm just like, so, you know, if you fucking, some people, like I said, we've been accused of being alt left. We've been accused of alt right. We've been accused of MAGA. We've been accused of, you know, being fucking hippies and shit. I'm like, you look, I just want common sense shit. That's all I want. That, you know, growing up progressive and then slowly move, you know, trying to stay in the middle and then moving. It's like that one meme where it says you're in the middle or you're left, and all of a sudden the line keeps changing and moving and moving and moving and moving. And the next thing you know, holy shit, are you now, you know, you're considered now alt-right because you don't believe in what, you know, was considered progressive or not progressive anymore.
So I usually try to stay off of online arguments and conversations, but I got into one the other day, and it was one of those things. Somebody posted something about somebody getting offended, and everyone's like, well, that's what I hate about the Democrat. That's the problem with the left. That's the problem with that. And I was like, I was like, guys, listen, you got to realize, like, you motherfuckers on the right are just as easily offendable as the people on the left. Like you said, it's a hair trigger on both fucking sides right now. It's like, you know, one side you talk about, you know, pronoun, whatever the fuck you want, those guys will get offended. You talk shit about Jesus, the church, or the thousands of fucking pedophiles that are getting hit up in government, then they get super pissed off. Well, that's just, it's just a very different type of offense, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm just kind of crazy that one time we talked about the Catholic Church and we talked about Catholic priests at one time and that scandal.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we got zucked, but one of the channels got, I mean, I'm like, I'm not saying someone's trying to use some sort of deity power or trying to use their, okay, it's Bridie. Okay, got it, Bridie. Thank you, Bridie. Bridie POW. I'm fucking it up her name on purpose. His name, her name. Oh, she's throwing like flowers and stuff at us in the chat, so I just want to make sure.
Nice.
But yeah, so Bridie. But I'm just gonna say, when someone says common sense, I'm glad you brought that up. I got a lot of shit for saying that I think kids should get free breakfast and lunch at school. I don't understand why that's a fucking issue. I don't understand why some on the right, far right, or whatever that talks about pro-life, you would think that, okay, well then let's fucking feed these kids now. Let's get some shit for the kids.
They're not pro-life. They're pro-birth, man. How many of those motherfuckers are adopting unwanted kids? Fucking none of them. They just don't want the people to be able to kill them.
Well, and I'm just saying, a lot of it too is agenda based. And we talked about this before, is that a lot of it is specific to agendas. Just like I was on a podcast, Trunk Tales, and with Grimsey and Drew, and man, they you know, we had a good talk about you know, what's agenda driven politics and agenda driven ideals, and how hard is it to usually, I'm gonna say, independent, progressive, you know, right leaning stuff. D, that's normally where when it comes to what I believe in. Like, for instance, I believe kids, like I said, go back before, kids should get free chow, breakfast and lunch, because if some of the homes or some of the stuff you're paying the exorbitant amount of property taxes and stuff like that, then that money should go to the kids. I mean, it's only fair. If you're gonna say pay your fair share, then use that money to pay for the kids to eat chow. That's it. That should be that should be normal. Gay marriage, I don't give a shit. You marry where the fuck you want. Let's be real. If it can lead and have a coherent language at legal age, you should be able to marry it. So obviously you can't marry dogs, you can't marry cows, you can't whatever. But a consenting adult, no matter the sex, you should be able to marry. Fuck it, marry. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about that either. Guns, yeah, there we go. Guns. Everyone should be able to own one. There should be no prohibition and no restrictions on the Second Amendment. I actually believe in the second chance philosophy, that if you've committed a crime, I mean, obviously not a major crime like murder or something like that, but if you committed a crime and you've done your time, you should be restored your Second Amendment rights.
Dude, I'm on the line. I'm the one thing with the Second Amendment I'm on the fence about is with legitimate mental illness diagnoses.
That's like, that could be, I think, done by case though.
Yeah.
If you are, I mean, if they're just some that okay, look, like when we were talking about the freaking, you know, the mental cases that we saw right before Xi Jinping's visit in San Francisco, and there was, we talked about the drug issues,
right? Yeah. How
the you know, the fentanyl and meth and all this other shit has led to the addiction of those that are also you know, mentally not sound, and so there you go. That they're obviously that, of course, you know, somebody who's fighting addiction, I got it. As long fighting addiction doesn't mean you're a complete dick to everybody. You just have to go through the process. But if you have a mental issue behind it, I'm not saying addiction is or is not. I'm not here to get in a fucking psychiatric, whatever. Because I'm sure I'm gonna get fucking hate mail. Hey, you fucking tell you think just because you're a psyop or you could talk. Shut up, man. But I do think, like you said, there should be some restrictions on, because you wouldn't give a kid a gun. Someone with mental, and don't get me wrong, supervised and all that, but you wouldn't give a toddler. It's like giving a toddler alcohol or something like that.
Yeah.
And so once we start getting into that, I do agree at certain levels of mental. Yeah, no, you're right. But at a certain level of mental capacity, then you should do that. But also, I believe in if you're going to do it that way, then let's go ahead and have fucking. I always get an argument with ultra liberals when they complain about the guns and stuff like that, and they need to get registered and licensed just like a car. Oh, okay, cool. Well, then if that's the case, then let's go ahead and just like driver's ed, put fucking gun education in summer school. The same practices that you're doing for driver's ed. Let's go ahead and since we want to protect hearing protection, let's get everybody some silencers or suppressors, whatever you want to call them. Train them to that way. When by the time it's time for their drivers, they have to qualify, and when they qualify, then they get to they show some sort of dexterity to handle a weapon. Then there you go, a standard weapon or something like that, standard pistol. So let's give them a Glock or something like that, and see if you can. I know some kids down these days can handle Glocks better than some adults, but that's just it's common sense. You know what I mean? That literally is okay. If you want to go down that route. Everyone talks about the gun show. Oh, gun show loop. Gun show loophole. Hey, yeah, I mean, me and Flash talked about it back in the day, and I didn't think this was a big deal. That if you can't pass a criminal background check, then obviously you have to fix it. So, just the app or something like that, just something where you can log in. Because why do gun dealers get to have the pleasure of rejecting you for buying a firearm when you can do it yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do know. I'm glad you brought that up because currently, right now, I think as of today, there's a Department of Justice talking about using weed. Like if you use weed, can the Supreme Court's to decide whether persons who smoke weed can own firearms. And I'm thinking, what's the difference between fucking
that's some
you don't do it for alcohol, you don't do it for bags of coke, you don't do it for fucking your opioid addiction or whatever you take for whatever. Why has it got to be weed? It's not like fucking reefer. It's like reefer madness bullshit. You know what I mean?
It's still that's such old propaganda that's been proven false time and time again, and the fucking Republican Party still fucking just
it's the old hats too. It's the old, they probably don't do doggy style type, Republicans either.
Right. Lights on missionary. Yeah.
You say lights off missionary?
Lights on the missionary.
Oh, lights on missionary. Then exactly that, Pip. Then liquor stores should be able to deny. You know what I mean? It's just you're walking down a path to where responsibility now you're trying to avoid the nanny state, right? Isn't that what the Republicans talk about? Avoiding the nanny state? Then let's fucking avoid it. Let them fucking have it. I'm more. Bridie said I'm more afraid of drinkers than meth. Oh yeah, than meth. Yeah. Well, I'm saying then pot. You didn't really hear about anybody. Have you heard about anybody smoking weed, getting high, and shooting up a place, or getting stupid, getting a fight in a bar, or acting like an asshole, or something like that? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not aside from that, but I'm just saying, like, going out and doing some shit or something like that. Yeah, exactly.
No, man, it's funny because they'll talk about nanny state, and that's the thing. There's the left and the right both want a fucking nanny state. They just want two different outcomes. They want two different fucking daycares to live in.
Well, right? Yeah, I mean, it's their fucking, but it's to their agenda. It's to their agenda to go back what it is. And I'm just like, fuck, dude, just. So this is today. The Supreme Court's to decide whether people who use marijuana or other drugs can carry guns. Or can own guns, I should say. I don't think it's right. I'll just say that right now. I don't think it's right. You should be able to. And what makes you. Here's another thing too that is fucking hypocritical, is that if you watch the legislation in the veteran community about what the VA is trying to do with psychedelics, cannabis, THC, CBD, and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden, now we're talking about owning guns. Are you trying to? Oh, hang on. Let me get my tinfoil here. Time for Alex Jones talk. Oh, man. Are they trying to get veterans who use this for treatment to not own guns so that way they don't fight back against the government? We really need to know this. Gay frogs. Yeah. Now, I'm thinking this is a plot. I think this is a plot to keep veterans who are going through medicinal marijuana or using recreational marijuana for some of their ailments. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's getting high and eating up the place. Is that what you're trying to say, David? Is that what you're trying to say? Eating up the place. That's a little, eating up the place. Okay, gotcha. Because the way you wrote that was kind of like suggestive there. Eating what place? What are you talking about? Eating up the place. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, yeah. Why is everyone kind of quiet on this? And you notice it's happening today. And I didn't really see much traffic on it. And I was just scrolling through the TL, just going through, and all of a sudden, because I hang out in I'm in other Facebook groups and stuff like that talk about, CBD and THC and stuff like that. And yeah, exactly that, Brady. What VA is what pharmacies, what farm company is running the VA?
Mm-hmm.
So already had a case in appeal, said it was okay as long as they didn't have a criminal record. See, that's the thing. What is considered a criminal record?
Right.
What's considered a criminal record to that?
I had a reckless driving ticket 20 years ago.
Dude, that's what I'm afraid about doing anything now that's got my name on it, because I got a reckless driving charge hauling ass back from AUSA back to Fort Bragg. And I got a ticket, and I got it in the ticket of the area in Virginia that everyone gets slammed. It's a speed trap.
Oh, that's where I got mine too. Like it was years ago. It was just $400 and 9 points on my fucking license.
Just south of 295, near just outside of fucking DC. And there's a specific area that's kind of built up that's a downslope, but then it goes down from, I think it's like goes from 65 to 55 to 45 back to 55. And that's where I got popped. And the reason why, and of course, I had a fucking, it'll, the day weed was legal, the day weed was legal in Colorado, Doritos stock went 100+ points. See, that's another thing too. That's what I'm saying. What if, in some states where you got busted for like weed and stuff like that and then it's legal, then you should get it. That should expunged.
I don't understand why. Well, I do understand, but the fact that they haven't legalized on a federal level is insane to me.
Right. Yeah. The rescheduling of it. Yeah. I don't, I'll be honest with you. This administration's already got one good attaboy by paying the troops. I don't know how much we're going to go on by paying the troops, but that was a good gesture from the administration to pay the troops during the government shutdown. And imagine if he did this. If he descheduled, like say, fuck it, it is descheduled, make it. I mean, fuck, he's doing everything anyways. Fucking just do it.
I mean, or just release the Epstein files. Either one.
I was about to say, we're getting a lot more results on other shit, but the Epstein files. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's fucking frustrating. So yeah, there's a lot of. You know what? And let me look at here. So let me look at this MSN article that was from USA Today, from MSM to USA Today. Is that agreed to decide the question, accepting the Justice Department appeal in a lower courts that past drug use alone can't keep a person from owning a gun under the Second Amendment. So it's like that second chance thing that I was telling you about, especially if there are some states. The government's lawyers argued that ruling effectively guts a statute aimed at reducing gun violence by preventing unlawful drug users from wielding firearms. And then they cite Hunter Biden, who was preemptively pardoned by his father, President Joe Biden, like we didn't know who the fuck he was, during his final week of office, was convicted of a 2024. And I'm surprised USA Today even put this in print in 2024 for violating the law by purchasing a gun despite having a known drug addiction. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen any updates on this. I know seeing some of this stuff with the in the gun advocacy groups and stuff like that. They're the only one. That's how I saw it on my timelines, because I'm just kind of like, what's that meme? I just want the I just want to own firearms, smoke some weed, and what was that? And respect and hope those guys down the street they got married have fun or something like that. I can't remember the meme.
Right.
But then the dude,
Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead. What was that?
Oh no, I was just about to add on. You were just saying Trump has been on a roll, and the fucking Santos pardon too. Like that shit.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Holy fuck! I'm surprised I didn't put that in the notes. Shit, yeah, the Santos, yeah. That dude, he should take away pay from the Congress and Senate until they open the government back. You know what I think is that I think Congress pay should go to soldiers. So like if he's not able to do this big pay thing again, that I think then he should get the pay from Congress given to the soldiers. So that way the soldiers,
or they could just open the fucking government back up.
Or they could just do that with the Epstein files.
Right.
How are you guys are okay with the Santos part? We never said that.
I think it's ridiculous.
We're not. None of us was good with it. We were just highlighting the fact that happened. We're just supposedly he said that he's not getting away with his crimes after Trump commuted a sentence. I think I shit posted on him on. As a matter of fact, let me go to my X account. Let me go on Twitter and let's see. I shit posted on him a couple times for being a fucking douche or something like that. I can't remember. You know me, but you've seen me on X, just going back and forth with some people.
No, I thought you were pro defrauding veterans. I thought you were for that. That's my fault.
What are you talking about, dude?
Santos being a cunt. That's all. Come out. Oh.
Yeah, here we go. Oh shit! I gotta. Hey, for you guys that gamed with me before on GTA, I found a tweet of us gaming on GTA. Here's me flying my blacked out cargo bob with all the soldiers, with all my teammates picking up the homies.
Nice.
Look at that. That's some good shit. It's because it said Los Santos on top. That's why. Yeah. So anyways, let's see. Let's be clear. See, back in 2023, I said George Santos should not even be in office. That's because George Santos is a coward. Yeah, I'm not. You're not seeing any advocacy here. Yeah, it's because George. Yes, you're not seeing any drama. So even Los Santos is under siege. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this post was from 2023, Pip. So back in the I'm just looking. I don't know why I got the K-pop stuff. Oh, that's an ad. Okay. Here's me trolling. Here's me trolling on Matt Gaetz and Santos, the King of Rock, and I spit fire. Another vote going down the wire. How many more you require? And George Santos is a punk ass liar. So, yeah, exactly. So I'm not seeing any support, guys. So I know I was misunderstanding there, but yeah, I was shit talking. Yeah, I didn't even think about that too, about the about that pardon.
And this is why I understand fully all the Trump or the fucking hate he gets. Like, regardless of where he's in, like, the dude's unhinged as shit with the stuff he fucking just decides to do. You're like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, I get the hate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so here's the story here. Let's jump on since we're on X. Trump commutes, and this is an offshoot because we weren't going to talk about this, but I'm glad you brought it up. That was a good. That's a good point. That's a good point. President Donald Trump commuted the 7-year sentence of former Representative George Santos, released in the New York Republican after he only served months after federal fraud convictions, including wire. Says something too. How come I don't want to say I want to learn how to do this, but some of you guys, how easy they just do that shit. That just, I just don't. I'm an idiot when it comes to stuff. I want to know how to do that. I want to know how to get fucking $1 million or some odd dollars in wire fraud. How do I do that? How do you know? You're hearing about people taking out those loans for the COVID stuff. You're like, how did you even come up with that design to do that, man?
That's like, where do I find these wires? To
exactly. Where's this fucking class at? I want to know. Is there a YouTube University for this? But yeah, so the decision also cancels out his $373,000. This is where I think everyone's got the big one too, is his restitution to the victims of where he had to pay back as well. And so, that's fucking, Republicans such as House Speaker Mike Johnson have praised the action, offering a second chance. You know what? But I think you should offer the second chance after you fucking or you've been in jail. Like after you serve your time. After you've done your time and paid your restitution, that's when you go, yes, I learned my lesson and I understand that I'm, do whatever the political fucking, I'm so sorry I've disgraced and, I really hope that you guys can give me a second chance. Being out of prison, being out of jail for whatever years I served, it's given me new clarity, and then I'm not
in whatever white collar fucking prison he's kicking.
If that's you won't even call it a fucking prison, not San Quentin or some shit.
Right.
But yeah, D says you have to start with money, and it takes money to corruptly make more money. Yeah, you ain't lying, dude. I ain't got no money.
Problem.
Well, there you go. That cancels me out. I ain't got no money.
Fuck me.
Yep. Yeah. And not only I ain't got no money, but I ain't selling my fucking soul against my country. Fuck Ivan, fuck Putin. I'm not going to be a Russian paid show or and also fuck China. Taiwan is a country.
Well, to me, there's too much risk of fallout with all those things. I'd sell my soul, but just not to other countries where I could possibly go to prison for. But Satan, I'll deal with him later.
Depends on what crazy Latina he throws your way. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's just kind of like, it's not. My biggest thing is that, like you were saying, get the second chance when you're done with your fucking sentence, and then that's when we can roll out and discuss your.
And even then, depending on what it was, okay, but you're not going near X, Y, and Z again. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna freaking because I think the shutdown it's bad enough already that we still it's gotten to the point to where the shutdown goes in waves when it hits the news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
To where now we don't know why we're shut down.
Right.
I literally got asked that question, and I'm like, it was from a family member. I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. Why are we getting fucking shut down? So, but I don't think that Epstein files. How about that?
Epstein files. Yeah.
Right now you could show me fucking aliens. I guess there's a report out there that we have another moon circling our Earth, which we're circling our planet, which is, I think someone said it was an asteroid that decided to get up in some of our orbital shit. Santos says he's now the advocate for all prisoners. Just started an OnlyFans. Steal some, what was that? Just steal some girl's pic and post them at your own, and boom, there's your scam. Damn. Well, yeah, because the podcasting ain't work. I'm not making big dollars on that.
I swear to shit, if I could get paid to jerk off in front of strangers all day and pay my bills, god damn it, I would do it.
Let's break down the dynamics of an OnlyFans, though. What is it? What are you doing? Is it just
you have all kinds of different options for OnlyFans.
That's what I'm saying. If like literally, if you just wanted to have an OnlyFans and like Pip said, just fake whatever, or you're in on the OnlyFans scam, you can get an attractive woman and say, hey man, throw some pics out. Let's throw some suggestive pics, but always lead the client on. Always lead them on to make them think they're gonna get to home base, but they're never gonna get to fucking home base. You're just gonna show a couple of cleavage shots and a couple of feet shots or something like that.
Yeah, dude, I had a friend of mine a few years ago that opened an OnlyFans, and I didn't know he was doing it in private. He didn't tell anybody, but the dumbass linked it to, I guess he signed up with his own fucking email address. So on Twitter, pre-X, it popped up as people you may know, and it was his OnlyFans fucking Twitter. And I was like, oh, really? So I was going to be an asshole. So of course I paid the $5 to subscribe to see what the fuck he had on there. Dude's dick was as big as my fucking forearm. I couldn't do that.
That's the thing. Is it guys only or girls only?
No, it's anybody.
It's anybody. Okay.
But still, I was like, okay, I would have one too, because that's
somebody said, I was about to say, because just like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, it was never meant to be a porn site, and then it went out of control, right?
It was made to be a content creator site where people could, kind of like Patreon, right, where people could subscribe to your content and do all that stuff. And there's still some of that on there, but it worked for people like, oh, I can get paid to fucking show my fucking butthole to strangers.
I'm conflicted about that stuff when I see service members doing it. I really am. I'm kind of conflicted. Fire Crotch LLC, Crotch Crickets. What? But it's always funny when you see the soldiers and you see them doing it. I'm kind of like, yeah. I don't know. Somebody showed me a link, and it was, I guess there's a soldier that, or a service member. I don't know if it's verified that this individual's a vet or not. But probably like still in, but in the reserve. So during the reserve time, she goes out and like turns on generators very suggestively. And she's in uniform, and she's just like fucking skyrocketing on the fucking.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, God damn! All she did was just turn a fucking generator on. You know, she's got a big booty and really tight T-shirt, and
yeah,
there you go. And then
I just don't understand paying for. Like if you're going to, great, fine. But there's too much free shit out there to be paying for. Fucking,
I was about to say, yeah. Well, I was about.
And I'm still young enough. I can still generally find ways to see women naked naturally. So
well, we were about to say we talked about fucking going downtown and seeing the meth heads. So
that's true.
It's not even free.
I'm saying, I mean, I go behind the 7-Elevens. I'm usually the ones that give the blowjob usually. But
because you want it. You're like, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly what you want. No, it's what I want. Yeah, no, that's not what you want. It's what I want. You know?
I made 75 cents on Sunday. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Exactly. If you love going to work, then you'll never have a work. What was it? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, exactly. She knows her assignment. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm about to say it's like well, also it's kind of like I see it digitally. I'd rather go to a strip club than do it online. You know, and if there's something that I know I can't attain, I just want to entertain myself or whatever, I'd rather just go to a strip club, and then you know that's it, and then you know throw some money at that, and then that's it. That's it. Then you go freaking. I know 3 active Army girls with accounts, and I know. Trust me, the main page gets a lot of.
Shoot me the maps, bro. The maps.
Exactly. Yeah, I see. Yeah, no. We get into the inbox all the time at USRB WTF Moments because you got, and it's usually funny. It's usually a senior ranking NCO or a mid-grade NCO that says, "Look at this soldier. Look at her doing a full OnlyFans in uniform," and then we go like. How'd you know she did it?
Yeah.
How do you subscribe to her shit? Is that what it is?
Right.
And you don't like who she's messing with? That's I always tell somebody. That's why the military's fraternization policy came out, is because all these officers were getting pissed off that these NCOs were getting their women. So that's why. Dude,
I got caught up in an 8H investigation once. Not me, but I had to be interviewed and all that shit for the. It was like a fucking chief that was so it's 7 that was fucking banging at fucking E5 in the station. It was not good. It did not go over well.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
And then I got to ride back with the guy. I was going on leave and he was being escorted off, and I was on a C-130 with him for fucking 4 hours. Shit was nuts.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Cause you guys were the outstations there and shit.
Yeah. He was like, did they interview you? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, what'd you say? And I was like, I'm not fucking telling you, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm going to get in trouble for talking to you. They told me not to talk to you.
I outrank you now. So shut the fuck up.
Exactly. It's Eddie's private or Eddie's, whatever, what do they call him? Right. Seaman's apprentice or something like that. Seaman's apprentice. So to go back on the here's the drama that's causing everything right now is how about the Marine recruiter who had sex with his poolie and then got caught up because yes, I remember that. Everybody knows a poolie is a Marine term for a potential recruit that's going to be recruited, signs a contract and is awaiting their ship date, or is a potential recruit and hasn't shipped yet. But the dude wrote a romantic, elegant novel about what he did with this poolie and got busted and shit. Self-published on Amazon, exactly that. D. Well, then again, I don't know. I'm just saying the girls do it too. I'm not seeing too much equality when it comes to the punishment shit. Oh, she's got a OnlyFans. Who cares? Yeah, because you're trying to secure a shot, but let it be a guy. Let it be a guy. Oh man, fuck that. Just, disruption of good order and discipline and blah, 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 blah. But then she went into the Army. Yeah. So to go back on the shut, go ahead.
I self-publish a couple times a day.
That's why you're on chat requests. Hey man, do you see my chat? No, I did not. Nor do I want to. So the government shutdown has reached its 21st day. Will be reaching its 21st day tomorrow. on the 21st due to a partisan dispute over extending the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare premium tax credits, which Democrats have demanded to prevent coverage losses for 20 million Americans. While Republicans push for a clean funding bill, which I never understand, how come these guys just don't do a fucking normal, bam, here's what we need to pass to do the government.
Yeah.
You can add your riders on another bill. It is impacts include furloughs of 1,400 National Nuclear Security Administration employees. Now, the Army is considering putting mini reactors on installations, and we don't need fucking Chernobyls with this shit. You know what I mean? We don't need. You would think those are the people that you don't want fucking fired, or you don't want furloughed.
Right.
I think you kind of need that. Flight delays from unpaid air traffic controllers and potential November snap. But that's what I've been seeing on the social media. The potential SNAP benefit disruptions for 42 million recipients.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've seen. I think that will cause riots. I think that will cause the.
Oh hell yeah!
I think that right there is the fucking is the big drama right there. And again, I'm gonna tell you what right now. I'm just gonna say this. Just like the military, just like the reserves, all this stuff with the exception of the Miltex. If Trump fucking pays, if Trump pulls this off, where he think about it, what if he dips into unaccounted for money or already obligated money and gives it to the SNAP recipients? What do you think would happen then?
Yeah, fucking crazy, man.
Thankful I'm not on SNAP. I just heard some vet that it's going to hurt them. Yeah, I heard the same thing too, that there are some vets. I kind of think just like the veteran community, just a lot of exemptions. I always hate it when when civilians talk about must be nice, blah, 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 and they're like you were saying, the recruiter station is right over there. You could you could go right over there and you can join the military. But yeah, I just think that I'll be honest with you, I'm just kind of curious to see how this November SNAP benefits check not coming in, what would happen. And I wonder what each party is going to do to frame it, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be honest with you, SNAP recipients will probably say, hey, you just paid all the soldiers. How come you can't pay us?
Mm-hmm.
Then what? So can disabled vets hire other disabled vets as caregivers and just to rotate funds? Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh. Yeah.
That is a good question. I know I can't go to school. I'm trying to do shit for school and fucking. You want to go to school now, old man? Sorry, we got no money.
Yeah.
Can't some people can't even start in the military. Some of their certifications for like cyber and some other medical stuff. They can't even do that. Can't get those certifications due to the fact that it's because the government shut down.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't know what all it reaches and affects, for all different things. I can hear different stuff from different people, you know what I mean, in different areas.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like at this point it's almost like
I have a VA claim in, and it just moved forward today, and I was expecting that shit to be stalled for a hot minute. It's still fucking processing and shit. So
really, yeah. I'm just D says never too old to go back. Yeah, I'm just saying I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna be that meme. I'm gonna be that meme where you're gonna see me sitting in a college class with a bunch of little kids. Some feel like I'm, going to school with my youngest daughter. No, you can't, Dad. You can't look at my homework. I don't know what the fuck this is. I haven't done math in years.
Dude, I just finished a degree year before last, right? And it took me fucking 20 fucking years to finish my bachelor's, but I finally just finished. Anyway. Those classes, dude, I was in with so many fucking kids. I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I would rather fucking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm.
So terrible. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm like. Okay. All right. We'll see what happens. We'll see if how I'm gonna.
And mine was worse. It was audio production, so it was a bunch of young fucking producers and musicians. They're the most insufferable motherfuckers I've ever spent time around.
And they all think they had it. Like they all think they were the ones that were going to be the next whatever, you know what I mean?
And they're going to stay true to their art.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying, because some of the stuff that I want to do is sort of, and don't get me wrong, in the art field and stuff like that. And that's the thing too. If you're good, like you're good. So you want to enhance, I think you're good. Because I'm, familial bias and stuff like that. But I think you're good. I mean, I mean, come on. We've shared some of the stuff that you've talked, the concerts that you've attended. We, I follow you, just on my own, and you wanting to enhance or get a better understanding. That's there you go. Right. That's awesome. Which by the way, like I said, I was gonna say congrats on your somebody said congrats in there too. Yeah, so congrats on finishing. Yeah. I'm the same way when it comes to
nothing to do with my job. I will never use the degree ever. I just, I wanted to finish it. That's
what I'm saying. That's my goal. My goal is not to be like, oh, I'm going to be this, whatever communications special, expert, and here we have Ken Ramos, an expert in communications with a degree and blah blah blah, and a degree and blah blah blah, and a master's and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I just want to say I did school. I did more school. Yeah. I'm good.
Dude, I only finished because it's one of the only things my dad ever wanted me to do. And I never thought it fucking mattered to me. So I never worried about it until he was like deathbed. And I was like, I'll finish. Why not? I'll finish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Weird internal thing that I never thought fucking mattered that suddenly mattered.
So I want to do it. I want to do it because a little bit of just like self-accomplishment for me and to shit talk some family members that like to shit talk. So it's like, hey, screw you. I got that. I got some bragging rights. I could do that. So that way, mom could be happy and the rest of the family. Hey, did you know that?
And then I did a month of a master's program and I was like, fuck this. I'm done.
No, yeah. I'm not going to go. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. The military gives you so many certifications and stuff that you're doing already that you literally don't realize how close some veterans don't realize how close they are to a degree if they match it up, and you realize that there's a lot of the academic equivalencies that you can get, and some courses
even without a degree, just because of my military service.
Exactly.
I have the job I have now. I mean, I went through a lot of fucking steps and jobs to get here, but I'm at all of my peers have like fucking engineering degrees and all this other shit. And I'm the dumbest guy that I work with, but I can fucking talk to people, and that gives me a nice little niche because they're all engineers and they have the personality of fucking brick walls.
But they look at you like, oh, where's this education from? Oh, he's got a degree. Okay, maybe it kind of like leaves a little bit of a. But for me, it's just for shit talking for the family too. So that way, I have some haters. I have haters within my own family, so I'll just like, oh yeah, well fucking. I'm using this as an example with my AER propaganda. Being like, oh, see, here's my papers. Oh, there you go. Yes, indubitably, yes. I too am educated as whatever. But yeah, it's just like everyone. I'm the same thing. It's like, hey, you have all these college classes, and also got some college classes bounced around here and there as well. So it's like by the time I get my shit together. And I'm ready to go, the government shuts down. We're sorry, we don't offer that anymore. We don't offer this. You don't have this certification because of blah blah blah. I'm like, well, ain't that some shit?
Dude, I have changed majors and dropped out of school over the years so many times. I have enough credit hours for probably a fucking doctorate. But I was like, I'll just probably
yeah, for real, exactly. Yeah, I got about 2. You know what I mean?
Well, the audio production is what I'm closest to finishing. Yeah, let's do that. But
oh shit! I just realized. Oh fuck! We'll keep talking then. I just realized we just walked right through the fucking break.
I'm sorry.
So no worries. So last topic we're gonna talk about. All right. So I don't know if you guys heard. Supposedly, what happened was, in California there was a demonstration, and this demonstration had allegedly, some artillery fired over a highway, and it exploded over a highway. And my biggest thing is that we don't know what the fucking truth is because everyone has gotten so political about it that you cannot nail down an accurate account of what fucking happened without having some chucklehead talk about name your whatever. To include members that were members of the media, that the media pool that was there during this event, firing some artillery and stuff, and individuals saying that no, that's not what happened, even though there's individuals that had taken pictures of that. And it's not no. The police, the California Highway Patrol. I was going to say this. Look, man, being from the West, and I'm just going to throw this meme up right here. Being from the West, if there is anything that I'm reminded of, is that law enforcement, they don't like when it comes to the Second Amendment, the law enforcement in California do not want you to have guns. They do not. Right. As a matter of fact, some of them actually take glee in arresting individuals for pea shooters that they, will put on a table with a bunch of, whatever. And And so, so reportedly, and I'm just saying this reportedly because apparently during an artillery demonstration, an errant round, a round, I should say, exploded prematurely and got chunks sprayed onto the security team. But then the story changed to where it went onto the highway. Now, being the fact that, I mean, we've all lived around gunnery ranges, and they always fucking say, you know, hey, artillery firing over city or over roads or something like that. I don't understand how this story had gotten so freaking convoluted to where nobody knows what the fucking truth is.
Yeah.
The people that were there were saying, I don't remember seeing that. Fucking guns was firing off. I saw the guns, you know, fly and saw the round fly. I didn't see nothing explode and all that. And it doesn't help that everyone's being so political. That's something too. I'm really, really, really tired of anything that happens now was because of Trump. 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 I'm like, okay, there's some things that are outside of the president's purview, that is outside of his lane. And I will say this, that the Marines, due to the fact that they have the most they have the most, how do I say this? They get a lot of hate because they get a lot of hand-me-downs from the rest of the services. And I'm not saying, and you, I mean, you've said this before when you were working with the Marines on some cases too, that you're just like, damn, I'm surprised these guys are doing what they're doing with what they got. I think there was a bad round. I think it was like a dilapidated old shit round, but the story that, look, I got it. You hate Trump. Let's fucking move out the way on all this other stuff. We posted a story that a Cobra pilot was killed in an accident, and it happened last Thursday. And immediately somebody said it was because of Trump. And I'm just like, Jesus freaking Christ, just stop.
It wouldn't have happened if you just released the fucking Epstein files, man. I'm sorry.
Yes, the Epstein files. It just seems like the Epstein files seem to be going back and forth with the but again, I just like, holy crap. So I posted, and yeah, exactly. We ended up getting the Marines hand-me-down tanks. The Marines fucking closed up their armor units. So my biggest thing is that I was just tired of watching it, and I got a lot of drama and some people saying that I'm going fucking MAGA. People in my comments are like, oh, you're MAGA now. I'm like, what do you mean? There's look, let me put this up here. There are signs at a lot of installations that say, warning, artillery firing over roads day or night. And these are public roads that either go through an installation or a training area.
Right.
And you just fucking, that's just it. I mean, that has nothing to do with Trump. This is not a Trump thing. Okay. This is standard practices. And that's what pisses me off about some of the vets that are anti-Trump, that are shit talking this. They fucking know better. They know better when they see this shit. They know better that a paratrooper can land in a fucking Walmart parking lot. They know that. They know that an errant round can go past a fucking a fan and land or impact in somebody's yard. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or a rocket in Germany flies in, Hellfire missile flies into a German's yard, and the Germans think, oh shit, Russia's here. You know, they're ready to go. You know, and so it's like, dude, I get that. Okay. That could have been something bad, but I really hate the fucking, it's like, you can't even talk about anything now. And only because, you know, I'm anti Gavin Newsom anyways for the state of California. He's done nothing but fuck up that state. But I'm just tired of like, look, dude, this is not what happened. This possibly what happened. We have to wait until the Marines conduct their investigation. And then of course, no matter the investigation, if the Marines say, we don't know what you're talking about, they're not. What do you mean? This there was no round that went off. That's why I posted that meme earlier I'm not an artillerist. I'm not an EOD guy. I don't know anything about blast science and stuff like that. But I do know what a vehicle looks like when it gets hit by shrapnel from artillery or a mortar or a grenade. I know what it looks like. And the picture of the some freaking cop car and other, I don't believe it. I just don't think that we got to wait for the investigation. But what really, the telephone, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you for bringing me back on track. I told this to a friend of mine today. I'm not a fan of paywalls for pages. And the reason why I'm not a fan is because you're already you need to pay your reporters enough. You need to pay your journalists more, and don't be using their stories behind a paywall for your shit.
There are some fun workarounds that exist.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to show you some of those workarounds right now.
Hey,
There we go.
Get your, news, people. Get your news.
Get your news. Get your news. So my thing is that, or what when they dropped a nuke on off the coast of off the coast of South Carolina, I'm pretty sure they're going to blame Trump for that if it sets off, if it goes off. If South Carolina, half of South Carolina gets nuked because whatever somebody found it or something like that. So here's what I saw when I opened up the article, and I commented that the patrol officers said that they were looking for the interstate and they found nothing, and nothing was found, and they cleared it opening and all that stuff. So this is the screen grab of the article that I saw. Now, the method that I use, like you said, the method to the madness when it comes to paywalls. There's methods where a paywall finder or paywall bypass can use different methods to find an article that you don't want to have to pay for a paywall. And sorry, that's just the way it is. If you don't fucking like it, then either lock down your shit better or pay your reporters better. And so patrol officers checked the interstate for shell fragments but found none and declared it clear before reopening to vehicular traffic at 2:20 p.m. I was getting people like reposting my shit saying you're fucking wrong, this is bullshit. They were screenshotting my post and this is wrong. Well, wow, where's he get this information from? And so this is what's been passed now. This is what's been posting. Patrol officers cleared the interstate of shell fragments before the highway was declared safe and reopened. So wait a minute. What is it, New York Times? Is it the one with none or the one with some?
Yeah.
This is why people don't trust the media.
Yeah.
The media, there was no update to this, by the way. And I'm like, yeah, the Wayback Machine is exactly what I used, Pip. The Wayback Machine is what I used. The archived is what I showed you of the Wayback Machine is what they have in there. But the front standing, which they didn't change because they don't know how to do it, probably. They got sucky ass freaking IT people, had this on the front facing side of it. But found none.
Yeah.
This is why people don't trust the media, man. This is why, if the New York Times would have put an update, hey, on the patrol officers checking the interstate, it was discovered that there were some rounds found, blah, blah, blah. And how about showing us pics other than cops showing what looked like rocks? It looked like rocks. Yeah. It didn't look like fucking shrapnel. It looked like fucking rocks. And I think one of the pieces looked rusted. I'm like, it was like 24 to 48 hours shrapnel and in conditions start to deteriorate and start to rush and whatever. So some of it looked like it was out there already. And speaking from my experience of being around indirect fire and seeing a vehicle looks like it got hit by indirect fire, when we were like, oh shit, oh fucking running out the corner, oh take cover and all that stuff and everything's falling around you, you're like, oh damn. I got up. There was no like indicators, nothing was glowing that said, hi, we're shrapnel. This is what we look like. To me, it looked like dirt. Everything around me looked like dirt. Now, granted, I know fragments and debris hit and all that stuff on the ground, but I'm like, shit, yeah. Remember the single acorn incident? Yeah, exactly. They're coming right for us. Well, that cop had that acorn hit the top of his car. And next thing you know, he thought he was taking fire and starts unloading on everybody. So I just want to know, New York Times, why did you post this article? And why didn't you update anything from that because we caught it. A lot of people caught it. They're like, wait a minute. I saw the same thing too. I saw the same thing where the article said that no shell, check the interstate for shell fragments, but none found none. And then we have another one that says, patrol officers cleared the interstate of shell fragments. No. Which one is it? Because again, going back to what I was saying, this is why nobody trusts the media. This is why agenda's driven, because they just hate fucking Trump. I mean, just like that same fucking drama with the fucking renovating of the fucking White House. The White House has been renovated. The original, even some internal stuff of the original core inside. Matter of fact, the White House even posts. They even have it. Historical renovations of the White House. The West Wing getting extended. So I just think fuck it. Trump should just tear everything down outside the White House. back to its original shell, back to its original structure, back to the original. Because now at this point, doesn't Bloomberg on the rag?
Own the rag.
Own the rag. Oh, I was about to say, doesn't Bloomberg? I mean, read what did that comment say? It says, "Doesn't Bloomberg on the rag?"
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And so again, I'm just everything that has to do with Trump, anything that looks like Trump, everything that because of something that's happening, like today. Oh my God, soldiers are now required to wear their uniforms like they're supposed to. This is Trump. This is Hegseth. This is bullshit. This is fascism. This is no king. This is why we have no kings. And I'm like, I really think the veteran community that's on the left needs to fucking take a chill pill, pull the sticks out of their asses, and decide to say, hey, look, this is, and tell civilians this too. This is a common practice. Soldiers are supposed to wear their full uniform. It's not racist to tell somebody to put their fucking their patrol cap on and get in full uniform when they're out in public. It's not racist when you tell somebody that they need to get their nails fucking trimmed or fucking fix their fucking hair or trim their fucking beard. I'm just like, I'm just freaking just blown away that individuals have gotten to this point to where anything that is of common military knowledge, it's now become because of Trump. And it's coming from the fucking left side of the veteran community. The right side of the veteran community, I mean, you know, they're all fighting amongst themselves anyways. They're all posting whatever. It's almost like the left side of the veteran community is all Trump. The right side of the veteran community is all fighting each other. So it's kind of like, you know,
right.
They own their shit. So that's really my take, is that this is why nobody trusts the media. Yeah. This is why when you try to post something to guys like us that don't want to use a paywall, they don't want to have to pay the paywall. Maybe I should do a video. I should do a video on the Monday edition. Yeah, because you know the Monday we're all okay. I was about to say, I'm glad you brought this up since we got to close it up anyways. A lot of the shows that we have currently on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio now are now spidered out, octopus legged out to different page sites. So for instance, for the Monday edition, you'll notice on Facebook, you saw a tag. The Monday edition has its own page now.
Oh.
And so, same thing was just like how Pop Culture Warrior does, the Smoke Pit, Weekend Co-ops. They all have, even though they stream primarily on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, any of the off chatter, like me showing you guys how to do showing you guys how to do a paywall bypass. That's going to be a fun class. I wonder if I'm going to get zucked for that. Because you know how streamers like to do, hey, welcome to YouTube University. Here's how I'm going to show you how to do this and blah, 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 blah. Right. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do that on the WTF Nation Radio's YouTube page. And I'm going to put that on the Facebook page for the Monday edition. So that way we can, you know, we can get a little bit of a, so again, everybody talk, look, common military practices isn't a fascism thing. It's not a fucking MAGA thing. It's not whatever. That's why a lot of veterans are laughing at the media right now that are using veterans for their agendas. And I'm just like, I'm fucking done with it.
Yeah. Did you know on that note that the Coast Guard was, I think, the last branch of service to make everybody get rid of beards? Like we had beards until the 80s. Coast Guard did.
I think
it was a Mormon commandant that got rid of them. And he also tried to get caffeine off of the boats. And that was like, everybody was like, fuck no. But when he banned beards, there was a collective, a fuck ton of dudes when they shaved their beards, mailed the commandant their fucking beards in the mail. Like
I heard that, you know, I'm glad you brought that up because the Navy put out a thing about that they, I guess the Navy celebrating some shit or something like that, talked about no beard day or no more beards. And they talked about that. I think it was an official. Matter of fact, let me look this up.
Yeah, it was Commandant Yost, man. He was a Mormon dude. He's the one that finally got rid of beards. But yeah, there's a huge protest and a bunch of, because my ex-father-in-law was one. They shaved their beards.
Yeah, I remember you guys called it like a note to the. I think it was like the Navy and the Coast Guard. Let me dig this up. The Navy and the Coast Guard had a fucking. They called it No Beard Day. It was like the day where the beards went away. I didn't realize it was. Matter of fact, hang on. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna type that up.
Yeah, it was a big deal, man. People were pissed because the Coast Guard had beards for fucking forever. Like, so it was the 80s, I think, when they got rid of that shit.
There we go. Here it is. Right here. I found it. Quick searches on here. There we go. There we go. This is where all the. So this was on October 18th. Was National No Beard Day, which is when the U.S. Navy banned beards in 1984.
Okay.
And ostensibly because facial hair prevented sailors from gaining a proper seal of emergency breathing apparatus, which we've learned to find out that's full of fucking shit.
Right.
And former Navy Secretary John Lehman later stated that the ban was because beards made the Navy look extremely ununiform, and clean-shaven sailors brought a general sharpening of appearance.
Yep.
And yeah. And they changed. Yeah, everyone got the Adolf mustache. Exactly that. You know, I shave whenever.
I'm calling it the Alex Jones now.
What's that?
I'm calling it the Alex Jones.
Why is that?
The Hitler mustache is the Alex Jones.
Yeah. So this was a Vietnam veteran CO right here. Look at that.
Coast Guard was 1986 when they banned beards.
Okay, got it. All right, there you go. So yeah, it was official. Look at that, man. Ah.
Yep. Lovely. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, well, how do you know this is true?" Because the United States Naval Institute posted it. I kind of think those guys would know.
Yeah.
You know, there's not the Navy when it comes to historical and history and heritage. The Navy does not bend from that.
The thing is, sailors were. That was the thing, though. Like, it was a point of pride. Is sailors had fucking beards, right? They're the manly fucking dudes of the sea with their beards and stashes and shit.
Yeah, with the pipes and shit, right? Yeah, the corncob pipes.
It was a big fucking deal, man.
That was it's like to see that guy right there at the front with the pipe in the front, like there. That was that was the norm, and also because you were underway, and you were out, and nobody fucking saw you.
Yep. Dude, we had no shave weeks and months when I was stationed in Alaska still with the Coast Guard. They'd give us like a couple of weeks of no shave time every now and then. I guess a morale boost. It was great. But we were in the fucking middle of nowhere. Nobody fucking cared.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we had one fucking CO that came in and decided, oh, we now have to wear our blouses all the time, even though there's 20 of us here and nobody fucking matters. And everybody hated him for a while. I'm buddies with him now. Fucking dick.
You gonna tell me you brought him up at the podcast today?
Oh, I am. I'm going to his birthday party fucking next weekend. I'm going to tell him what a piece of shit he was and how much I hated him for 2 years.
all the love. They look like exactly. Saltwater shave, not fun.
That's the other thing. Yeah, that's another part of that.
Did you have to have like some sort of water conservation on a lot of stuff because the way the ships and the boats
ship
back
showers, man, fucking suck.
Yeah, you can't, and also in order for you to drink and eat, drink water and eat, you had to have healthy. It's always fascinating. Ship life is always fascinating with me. It's just. Yeah. I always tell friends, I could never have made it in the Army, and then I hear, Navy personnel telling me about what they had to do for training and stuff like that. And I guarantee it, if you did something, if you imagine there's a fire in an Army building, and in order to save the building, you had to close the door on some of your teammates to save the building. That's the way the Navy is with a ship. So if the ship is going to go down and there's specific compartments that need to be secured to keep the ship from going down, and you're shit out of luck on that fucking speed to get to that fucking hatch, guess what? They're closing the door on you to protect the ship.
Yeah.
And no way. Nuh-uh. Yo ho ho ho, the pirate's life for me is the one I want to, open sail, shooting cannons. That way I can jump off the fucking boat. If it starts to, or access to get out of the boat, because man, those floating cities, man.
Mm-hmm. That's when you send the ensign down to check shit out.
I was about to say, isn't that when you do emergency operations like that? You send the youngest ranking to go down there to fucking to go whatever. And I was about to say we do that with our nuclear, biological, and chemical or CBRN training. Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear. Training. We do the same thing as we use a soldier. We use the lowest ranking soldier. And now I think is they changed it to the lowest ranking or the less mission essential soldier to take off their mask. The reason why is because in case you end up frying the skin of your little private that happens to be the IT kid to manage your infrastructure, you didn't just kill them off, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Rum is the reason why pirates never rule the world, man. But that life, man, that I remember going out to the Outer Banks and just hearing about Blackbeard stories and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's just fucking that roar, you know. Yeah,
Dude, by no means were we ever deployed as long as like Navy guys. Coast Guard's much shorter deployments and shit like that. As they say, like, what does the Coast Guard do? We service the Navy wives after we get back.
Henry says if you fall off the ship, it doesn't turn around for you. That's something too.
It's true.
You better you better yo ho 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 swim your ass off. You know?
Dude, going out smoking on the fantail at 2 a.m. in fucking open oceans, one of the greatest fucking things on the planet, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so let's go ahead and cover up the let's do the show coverage right now. This is the Monday edition with myself and Massey. You probably saw I'm gonna do up this graphic again. We need to do up this graphic to have a more accurate, because I'm looking at this and this doesn't read well for me. I'm like, okay, today we had the King and me with the actual King Smith and his wife Michelle, and then Monday edition. So the sports bar is not happening above that. That's actually happening with the smoke pit. So we're gonna manipulate the timeline. Pop Culture Warrior, Michael Kataskia and his angry staff of Mad Mike and Angry Elf are back. And then the smoke pit and the sports bar on Wednesday. Starts time, myself and Spanky. And then FTX, I think they might be doing an FTX this time. I didn't do one last week, so I think they might be doing it this week. But weekend co-ops as well. Yeah, I got to go replay Black Flag. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. I think that's it. You got anything, Massey, do you want to talk about? You want any fascist things you want to say?
Man, no, I think I'm good tonight. I actually don't have any. And I got to rant a lot tonight, so I feel satisfied. Was it good for you?
Yeah, dude, I didn't realize how fast time we were going through time. I mean, look, we blew right through the break. Everything. We're just blabbing away. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to go have a cigarette after this, man. That's how good I feel.
Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. All right, y'all have a good night. See ya. Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Driving us insane. ATF 0 dark 30, no time to complain. Push ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Rocket marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Zones and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand alive. Warriors forged in the battle. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the Army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our zen. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the Army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the Army of Ukraine, our army.